Hello, everyone. Just trying to get it into frame what I am doing. How are we all doing? All right. Hey, Angie.
Wow, 5 people are watching already. You're famous.
Yeah, 2 of them are me. Hey, Shell. Oh, my God. Why are you awake? You are crazy, woman. Go to bed. I fell asleep in your stream. You are insane. Well, let's party now. Oh, hey, Ore-san. Oh, look at this. Lovely. Yay. All right. So basically, I thought I'd come on. One, because I was going to film a video showing how to do this. And then I went, I'm too lazy to film and edit and splice it all together. And I thought, well, you know what? I haven't been on this week. And I thought, well, I'm just going to come on and do a stream. It's a beautiful day here. We've had rain yesterday and today, so I can actually look down at the river out of my window. So the water's nice and high. It's overcast, and it is just an absolutely spectacular day. And I'm not hot.
And we can wear jumpers.
And Georgia the girls are even wearing jumpers, so they're weird. Hey, Mary. Hey, Shannon. Oh, say exciting, nice. Yeah, I'm doing it, Mary. I figured I'm going to finish this off. So this one I've got picked from Johanna Basford's Enchanted Forest. Now, the reason I picked that was for Mary's hashtag, which is Johanna January 2021, I believe. And I know that Leah from the Colouring Queen is also doing it, and I think hers is Johanna January. So there was 2 kind of overlaps with the Johanna hashtag. And Mary picked this one for us to buddy colour together. So I'm working on that as well. So, yeah, I've made a note too, Raya. I've got it listed down. Well, the ones that I want to try and do. So I've got a little planner here. And what I've done, or what I'm going to do, is in the section where it says birthdays, if I can find it. So here it says like birthdays are the best kind of dates. I'm not worried about people's birthdays. That's what Facebook is for. It tells me that. I'm going to, I'm just listing down the kind of ones that I want to try and meet, which ones are year-long ones and stuff. But yeah, so that's my plan. I'm trying to do that. Thank God for Isabel at Passionista Colorista. She makes my life so much easier. It's awesome. Hey, Della. Hey, Tonya. Hey, Joanna. Oh, look at all these people coming in. It's lovely. Okay, so I started this a couple of days ago. Now, you're going to have to keep me on board. I've been smart, and I've pulled out the colours that go with the colours that I've used. Oh my gosh, you know, the little swatchy thingies. So I have these. And hey, Wilson, Joanne, thank you, Mary, for putting that in. And I've got those. Going to try and remember to use them. Can't guarantee I will remember, but I'm going to try. And I've only got 24 pencils to pick from, so I shouldn't be too difficult in trying to remember. This is my little collection of tips that I was doing it a couple of days ago in the heat here. It was up to like 36, 37 degrees, which is over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And even my polys weren't handling the weather very well. So my pencils were breaking left, right, and centre.
Wait, really? Pencils can be affected by weather?
Little swatch thingies. Yeah, swatchy thingies. All right. So I kind of went for, with this, I have done, inspired by Shell's background, January. You'll have to put that in, Shell. I don't know exactly how you're putting it out. but she's doing a different background every month. And I'm like, well, one of my goals was to do a different background every month and to also be creative and draw. So I've drawn a little old world map in the back, and I've gone for that kind of like burnt old look with it and just drawn it out. I read a lot of fantasy books, so I just kind of wung it with how they look in that and working that. And then I wanted to keep it quite monochromatic, and I'm a Ravenclaw, so I went nothing like blue and a bit of bronzy brass. So that's what I'm doing. So background around your background aroundery. That's it, Shell. Thanks, Joanna. Yeah, I like the blues too. Something different. Like I said, I think in my last stream, I'm kind of over the reds, which I never thought I'd say because red's my favorite color. But I'm just like, no. So now I'm going to do some blues. All right. So I'm just going to go in with the center of the jewel. Look, I'm going to be smart, and I'm going to pull out the swatchy thingies. And they are light fade. Oh, no, what am I doing? See, I don't even know what colors they are. You're going to have to bear with me. Sky blue. You know, I'm super efficient at this stuff. All right, here we go. No. There we go. Sky blue, light ultramarine, and then I think that one is ultramarine. Oh, thanks, Ashley. Good to see you in here too. Awesome. Kiddo sorting hat told me I'm in Slytherin. There's nothing wrong with Slytherin. There are some good Slytherin people. It's just they get a bad rap. Your job is to, make sure that I've lost the blue already. I can't find it. The other blue is an ultramarine, but I cannot find it for the life of me.
It never existed.
Oh, there it is. There we go. I found it. Don't stop looking. Okay, so these are the gradients that I'm using in this middle jewel. It won't take long. So I'm just going to do a quick light layer of the sky blue. In a party with all the Aussies. Oi, oi, oi. So light layer of sky blue, coming in with light ultramarine and just going from the outside in a little bit. I'm going to come in a little bit, see if that helps. That was my mic. Sorry, guys. If it gets too blurry, let me know. Is it too blurry? You join in anytime you want to, Raya. Sorry, head down. You go ahead and colour, Shannon. That's good. I'm glad you're feeling better and up to it. All right, so we've got the light ultramarine. Bit blurry. All right, I'll come back out. Come back up. There we go. That might be it. Okay. And going in with ultramarine now around the edge and around the center. Back in with light ultramarine. Oh, and drop. You should see me the other day when I was doing it. I had, sadly, it's probably why all my pet polys are broken. They were flying left, right, and center across my room. It was not a pretty sight. Back in with the ultramarine. And then I'm going to go in with dark indigo and just go around the edge just to add a bit of a shadow. Everything's blurry to me, but you didn't want to say anything. I don't know. Is it, yep, looking better now? I don't know. Was that a snap? No, it wasn't a snap. It was just me dropping the pencil. I haven't snapped it yet. And then I'm just going to go over with the sky blue. Alrighty. So that's that one. I'm trying to be organized. Can't guarantee that it's going to remain so. Okay. Yeah. That's exactly right, Rosalind. It will happen. All right, we're going to go in and do some of the brass. And I'm going to go in with cream. So, oh, wait up, swatchy thingies. Cream. Okay. I always like to add a base layer of the lightest color I'm using when I color. It's just a habit of, I think it just gives everything else something to mush into. So I've got the cream, and then I'm going to go in with, what have I got here? Naples yellow. Put them in the other, they will mend. Yeah, no, that was the problem. I think they were too, it was so hot with the pressure on it, Wilson. I was breaking them. Yeah, they'll mend in the heat for that. But when I put, I don't know, they were just breaking so much the other day. It was crazy. Yeah, sorry. I have a loud voice. I'll talk really quiet, Shell. No, yeah, there's nothing soft about this voice. All right, so that's Naples yellow. Then I'm going to go in with dark Naples. So just building up. Building up from the outside in. Then we've got light yellow ochre. I was saying to Rosalind before, I actually don't remember what colours I've used, so because I did this a couple of days ago. I know what pencils I used in the whole thing, but I don't know what colours I used in each section. So if they look a little bit different, that's because I actually have no clue. I wasn't smart enough to write down what I was doing. And then we're going to go in with raw umber. So you can just see I'm going up that yellow thing. That's the loudest whisper I've ever heard. Yeah, I can't whisper to save myself. Here, let's turn if I turn the mic down a little bit, that might, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Okay, so now going in with the raw umber. Oh, wake. See, I'm lucky. I don't have a husband, so I don't have to care about that. Although Georgia had a sleepover in my room last night, so this morning when you were on, Shell, I was trying to get the my earphones to work. They weren't working, and I went, "Oh well, if she wakes up, she wakes up." And so I was listening to you in bed, but she didn't wake up. She watches TV to go to sleep, so I wasn't too worried. All right, let's go in with Van Dyke Brown. We're getting a list here. So this is just to add in those shadows. That looks all right. We'll go back in with the cream. Layer them all together. I won't if he keeps behaving the way he does. No, Mary, you will have it done by the end of I've finished streaming. You are an absolute machine when it comes to colouring. I love watching you work, except for you always go on live when it is ridiculously early in the morning for me. I think it's like 3, 4 in the morning when you go live. And then I'm just going to come over the top with a little bit of ivory. I'm going to get rid of all of these now. A little bit of ivory just as my highlight colour. There we go. Woohoo, that kind of looks the same. That's a bonus. Okay, so now we're going to do this light side of the dial thingy. Oh, I'm good English, I promise. Okay. I'm going to go in with cream. And I'm just leaving the top area just along here a little bit uncoloured because we've got the ivory of the paper there. Yeah, it's 12:15. Yeah, lunchtime. You're doing a great job with the time zone maths. All right. Challenging myself to finish the bird today. Oh yeah. I've actually been good this week. For some reason I don't know whether it was what it is, New Year, whatever, but I've finished 6 pages, I think, already. Which is crazy. So I'm feeling quite good with myself. All right, let's go in with the Naples yellow. And it's similar. All of this is going to be kind of similar as we were doing then, just slowly intensifying it. Yeah, and 115 for those that are, down south and they got daylight savings. Last thing we need here in Queensland is more sunshine in summer. All right, so it's Naples yellow. I'm going to go in. I'm going to skip. I'm going to go straight into light yellow ochre. Hey, Emily. Oh, yeah, I would be too. Cutting hair, dinner. Being a mum sometimes is hard work. I actually cooked a roast the other day and I went into the kids because we're on holiday, so I'm pretty lazy at the moment. I went into the kids and I said, I did mum jobs today. I said, we're having roast dinner tonight. I was actually good yesterday. I completely rearranged the linen cupboard. So pulled all the linen out, rearranged it all. Had sheets and towels everywhere. Yeah, I've got to go back to finish watching Shell's stream because I fell asleep on her. Hey.
That's rude.
Hey. What have I done, Emily? I don't know. I've missed it. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Paying out. I'm like thinking, what have I done? So what am I going in with now? Raw umber. Oh, wait up. My phone's just decided that it doesn't like my live. Let's try reloading. Make sure I'm in live chat. Okay. All right. Oh, I autopilot type Tanya's name. Yeah, all the time. What I'm really loving is my phone actually remembers how to spell Tanya's name. Like, it's got it down pat now. I start typing and it autocorrects to Tonya. It's great. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the Van Dyke brown. Where did you go, Van Dyke? Just to add a little bit of shadowing. So I got my cray art pencils this morning, so I started swatching them out, which is good. Yeah, I'm just going to call everyone, Tonya. Yeah, it goes for it. I come from a family where there's lots of, I'm going in with cream now. What am I going in with? Cream and ivory. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I come from a family with a lot of T's in the family, so I am just used to answering to any name that starts with T. It kind of works. Same with a bit of cream, and then just going to go over it with the ivory, just to smush it all together. All right, so that's that one. Now the dark side. Let's go to the dark side. All right, we're going to start off with our lightest colour being Naples yellow. Alrighty, let's go. It's only 8:19. Oh, that's good. Nice, Emily. It's not too late. Because this usually, that's why I asked this morning, this is usually the time you stream. Kids have gone to bed. I'd imagine it'd be perfect time just to chillax a little bit. I've only swatched the first 50, so I can't give any comments on what I think about the cray arts yet. You'll have to maybe wait till next month to see what I think about them. They might be getting used a fair bit. All right, we're going to go into, what am I going into? No. Dark Naples yellow. George is paying me out behind me.
Yes. I was actually paying the pencils out. But...
What did I miss? What did Ashley do? You're not helping me read the chat, Georgia.
Well, you've been ignoring me.
Shell just had a ghost stream. Hi, Ellie. Aren't you? Ashley, you're streaming on Sunday for you, aren't you? So Monday for us, I think. I think I saw it come up on my schedule. Oh, did Shelley take over my stream? That's all right. She can go for that. She can go to stream time. You want to take over, Shell? You can do this, please, because I'm still not comfortable with all of this. Alrighty, light yellow ochre, and I'm just following the same process as I followed up in the lighter section. I'm just using darker colors this time, just to give that more shadowy look. So we'll get into some more darker browns in a sec. Turned on while she was downstairs watching you stuff. Oh, I wish. Actually, no. Now that you think about it, I saw some notification come up for a live stream, and I'm like, oh, whose grass have I cut? And then I was like, no, wait up. No, I'm sure I haven't. That explains it. That does explain what is happening. Yeah, Raya with her Neos. I'm like, one of these days I'm going to become confident with all of this. All right, I'm going to go in with the darker ones now. So we've got, let's just go straight into raw umber. You back? Yeah, so yeah, Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to the beach tomorrow, so I think for me that'll be Tanya's stream and Emily's. I love yous, but we're going to go bodyboarding down at the beach. I'm taking the girls down with their friends, and we're going to go bodyboarding. So I might pop in and leave a thumbs up and stuff, but theoretically I'm going to be swimming in the water, hopefully, as long as the weather gets a bit better. It's scheduled to be a bit better tomorrow, so all right. And then I'm going to go in with walnut brown. So these are some of the darker browns that I haven't bought in yet. Yeah, family comes first always. Absolutely. And, you know, it is holidays and I can't expect the girls to just sit around doing nothing all day long, although they're usually pretty happy for that. Although they have nagged me enough that next week we're going to do a 3-way buddy colour streamy thing. They want to get on, and while we're all at home and stuff, we're all going to colour because they want to talk to you guys too. So they've been bugging me, which is kind of cute. I love them dearly. All right. Yeah, I do the same thing, Rosalind, and then I'll be answering them and I'll be sitting there thinking, oh, I would have said this. This would have been a funny joke. And so this is dark sepia now. So this is the darkest brown in the polys. I'm going to come back in with the light yellow ochre. Yeah, always much funnier in the chat replay, Rosalind. I'm the same. I'm like, man, I'll come up the doozy there. All right. So we got that one, and then final one coming over with Naples yellow, just to blend it all together. I think I might have used dark Naples yellow looking at this one, so I'm going to go in with dark Naples. There we go. That looks like two-tone kind of shadowing. 2 or 3-way stream. Yeah, it's going to be interesting how we're going to set it up. But we've all got the same book, although I think Georgia wants to draw. These are done the same way as that one was. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go in with dark Naples. I don't think I used that one. Get them out of the way so they don't annoy me. So dark. You haven't been in it? Well, Rosalind, I'm just going to stay quiet. I refuse to answer on the grounds I may incriminate myself. Isn't that what they say? I'm just old and boring. Ali, I don't know. I'm going to try and get the camera up pretty high out on my dining room table and have the books all underneath, and I don't know. I don't know if it will work. We'll have to have a bit of a play and see if I can get the camera up high enough. But we're doing a rainbow serpent is what we're going to do. I think the girl, my M's chosen, which is a Indigenous spirit animal of Australia. So we're going to do that. So this one is light yellow ochre. So we're going to colour that in. No, not a three-way stream. I'm just going to have the three girls, like us three. I'm not that good. I can't even work out OBS, Emily. No, I'm just going to have the three of us colouring on screen together. Not a three-way. Oh, gosh, no. I'm not that fancy. Now, if it was Zoom meetings or something like Microsoft Teams, yeah, I could totally rock that. But after all, online teaching. But no, definitely not. Now we're going to go in with the raw umber. So I'm going to speed up a little bit now that you've got a bit of an idea of what I was doing. So it'll be on hyperspeed. Can you live stream Zoom? I don't know, Rosalind. At this point in time, I don't have over 1,000 subscribers, so I know a lot of the streaming capabilities aren't really available to me, that they're available to a lot of others as well. Yeah, Streamlab can do that, but yeah, I've got Streamlab downloaded. Not sure how to use it at the moment. I'm just like, let's just get comfortable with me being on stream before I try to do anything too fancy.
You seem pretty comfortable.
Yeah, Tammy, yeah, my very fast coloring. Yeah, like I said, I don't. It's when I filmed a couple of things of me in hyperlapse, and I sit there and go, man, I look like I'm just like chugging along. All right, I'm gonna go in with the Van Dyke brown. I just want to say something else, but that's all right. Good to know. Yeah, I think, Streamlabs and stuff you can. And I think you can do Zoom or something as a stream too, but I'm not sure of the technical parts of that. When we were online teaching, it was, we didn't need to use YouTube, so I got comfortable with it the other way. And we up here, we had our education system had their own online platform. So a lot of our stuff was done through that too. And they had their own online classroom and things that had a whiteboard and all within it. So it made live teaching pretty cool. It was awesome. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, I'm trying to go for a dirty, goldy, brassy look. I don't know how well it's coming off. Okay, we're going to go in with walnut brown. But yeah, it was always interesting when we went on online teaching. Say it. Yeah, you know what I want to say, Rosalind. We know how we'd pronounce Dyke here, but that's okay. The platform that we used was awesome because it had like a lecture theatre, and then we had some outdoor classrooms that you could put individual whiteboard projectors up, and they could go off and work in teams but still be within the class as such. It was a bit of fun. But, as is always the way, sadly, our more disadvantaged students suffered during that time because they couldn't really get in and join in with a lot of it or had the knowledge on how to. Dark sepia. And again, parents trying to support their kids, they themselves didn't have the knowledge, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are dealing with homeschooling. I saw someone the other day talking about kinetic energy and teaching kinetic energy. And I teach that kind of stuff without even thinking, but trying to wrap your head around it and reteaching yourself after, 20, 30 years of being in school would be really difficult. Mary likes the dirty greens and I like the dirty golds. Hey, green and gold. They're the Aussie colours. You girls are honorary Aussies. Oi, 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 green and gold. Georgia always laughs when I ever do the oi, oi, oi. She finds it just, the girl, yeah, she finds it stupid. The girls are actually looking forward to coming on stream so that you can hear more refined Australian accents rather than just my accent. Yeah, homeschooling your own kids is tough, but I found even homeschooling because when we first went into lockdown here, I come back in with that dark sepia. When I first went into homeschooling, what am I saying? Online learning, homeschooling during these parts of lockdown. I was lucky. My principal was great, and he let me set up from home, so I didn't have to go into school and do it. So I could keep my kids at home. They didn't have to go to school. And it was, getting them set up, getting myself set up. It definitely wasn't easy.
And I had the best setup.
All right, and I'm going to go back in with, you did have pretty cool setup. Georgia had hers back in with the dark the light yellow ochre. Mega love, oi, 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 shout out. Oi, oi, oi. Homeschooling, you guys it's not easy. I'm trained at, and Rosalind's getting trained. We're trained at how to deliver that kind of information to a kid. It's certainly not an easy task. All right, so there we go. So that's it. Now we're going to use the same colours and do the vine. So I think with the vine, I started off with Naples yellow. And I'm leaving some of the ivory showing for highlights. Yeah, that's it. You can scare other kids, and I've worked out. It's got a pretty down pat how to terrify the kids into submission in my classroom. But my own kids, they're not as scared of me anymore. They've realised I'm not actually that scary. It's quite good. I just tell it, like my school kids, when we doing the classroom setup, I tell them that I used to beat people up for a living. That usually gets them into line. Going to go in with raw umber. So they've innately got that sense of, Miss will beat me up if I'm naughty. Being 6'2" helps too. Guys, being nearly 6 foot. The little ones, I tower over them. They call you terrifying? Yeah, no. And it's so funny because they're always like, they're scared of the idea of coming to my class because they see me walking around and things. And, I'm a little bit loud. And I'm going to go in with, I can't even remember what colour I used over here. We'll go with Van Dyke Brown. They see me walking around the playground and stuff. And they've got this idea that I'm a big, mean and nasty person. And then they get me into class and they realise as long as they behave, I'm totally insane. There have been moments when I've been on the floor acting out animal sounds when I'm doing Japanese onomatopoeia. I dance around the classroom. I'm a bit of a loon.
A bit?
Well, yeah, just a bit. I think they do once they get to know me. They respect, I think, what happens in my class is, we have a bit of fun, but you are also there to learn. And that's the important part. They need, the learning is the main focus of my class. You're not coming to my class just to waste time. So they usually generally enjoy that they get some kind of success. So I'm going in with dark sepia now just to give the shadow line. Just bringing in that. There. I'm going to go back in with that Naples yellow. Yeah, I I don't know. It's funny because I become a teacher at 30, so I fell into it, later in life. I'm just going to go in with a bit of ivory now, just to really lighten up that upper edge. I really need to sharpen this ivory, but every time I sharpen it, it breaks. So I'm babying it a little bit. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing in with the leaves. Just going to go in with the Naples yellow. But you do have Miss Temmie as a teacher? Yeah. I don't know if I'm teaching you anything. What do I teach, Ashley? I am a maths and science teacher, so I'm a biomedical scientist by trade. So before I became a teacher, I worked for a pharmaceutical. So I worked for Pfizer. You work in the medical industry, so so I worked for Pfizer, and then I going to go in with raw umber, and then I became a teacher at 30. So I teach biology, chemistry, psychology, science, like general science, maths, and also Japanese. So a few things. It changes every year.
How do you always take? Can't you also?
I don't do English. English bad. No. Just no. They someone tried, the head of department, so I don't know what you guys call them, deans, I don't know what their names are, head of curriculum for English, come and asked me, well, basically told me that she was going to get me to be doing going to go in Van Dyke Brown. No, I'm not. I'm going to go in with Walnut Brown. That she was going to get me to teach English this year, and I bluntly said no. And I think she was shocked because I usually am happy to teach anything. But there was absolutely no way I was teaching English. And she was like, well, you're going to have to. And I went, no, I'm not. I said, I'm not trained to. I'm not doing it. And when I calmed down later, after I got over being a little bit angry, I'm going to go in with dark sepia. I went and, saw it. And I said, listen, the reason why I can't and I won't teach English is I said, I go into my classroom, with a love of my subject and a knowledge of my subject and a passion for it. I said, I'd be doing a disadvantage to the kids if I don't have that. I said, because I wouldn't be true to myself. I wouldn't be teaching what I'm about. And I take my job very seriously in that regard. I want kids to love the subject I teach. I want them to enjoy. So it was, and I think once she kind of got where I was coming from, she understood it a little bit better, because they were like, oh, we'll just get you to teach a lower class, like, kids that are struggle. And I went, that's even worse. I said, they're the kids that have the right to actually have a qualified teacher. I'm just going to sharpen my ivory. They're the ones that deserve a teacher that really knows their stuff, because they struggle the most. I said, what's the point of me going in when I don't even know, that I know that there's different kind of adjectives. I don't know what they're called. So I'm just going in with ivory just to do the tips. Me speaking English is hard enough. No. But that's so that was, I'm not teaching English, let's put it that way. I said I'll teach drama. I said I'd go teach men arts. You know, I've built a house and I know what I'm doing. I said I'd do that before I'd do something like the I don't know, what was I saying? English. Thank you, Georgia, keeping me on track with my conversation. All right, I'm going to go in with cream and we're going to do the roundy bits, technical term, roundy bits. So I'm going around, I'm just leaving a fine line of just the ivory showing through, just so we've got that highlight there. And I'm making the top side a little bit thicker than the bottom side. So there you go. These just got all my lecture about my teaching. Sorry. Actually, asked a simple question about what do I teach 10 minutes later. 10 years later. But I have less than 2 weeks until I go back to work.
Yay! I have to actually wait another week, which is sad.
Yeah, and Georgia's super excited. She actually went and pulled out a textbook yesterday and started teaching herself maths 2 years above her level just because she's bored. I love a long answer to a short question. Yeah. Yep. Georgia was kind of a good mod. She's drawing at the moment. She's working on Aurora. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hey. Well done.
Thank you.
You're using markers.
Yes.
Nice. And do you need the swatch book for them?
No.
It's in there. Sorry, I'm just talking to Georgia. Words are hard. Words are totally hard. It's so funny when I'll go from a Japanese class to a chemistry class or a biology class, and I'll be like, tell the kids they've got to give me a moment because I've got to switch languages in my brain because it's like, you know, going from Japanese to kind of Latin pronunciation. Brain hurts some days. That's what I tell them. I can spell deoxyribonucleic acid off the top of my head, but you asked me to spell some kind of English word, and I've got no clue.
Wow.
All right, so that's the cream. I think going by this, I then went in with light yellow ochre. What is she working on? I'll show you. So she's doing the Princess watercolor pad that I showed you in the haul that I got over for Christmas. And she's doing Aurora. So she's just started that with the, knocking. Doing a base coat of the markers, and she'll go over that with pencil. So. Yeah, absolutely, Raya. It is. It's so hard. Switching between them all. I'm like, brain hurts. And it's always funny because, like, you sit there and I don't have a physically demanding job in any way, shape, or form. Like, my job's not, you know, I spend most of my day sitting at my desk, walking around my classroom kind of thing. It's not a physically demanding one. But mentally, it's just so draining. By Friday afternoon, I just want to stare at a wall and not think. Is kind of the way my brain works. And they've done studies that kind of say that teachers make more on-the-spot decisions than brain surgeons do. And when you think about it, you've got, you know, up to 30 different kids in your class, and they all have different needs and up to different levels and need it explained a different way for their learning style, and it kind of gets a bit hard. Yeah, except for when I have to wrestle a student. Oh, that's a good joke, good one. So before I become, like, when I was studying uni, when I was studying my degrees, I was a security guard as, you know, my part-time job to put me through university. And so I was a bouncer at a nightclub and things like that. And when I started teaching, in the first year of my teaching, there was a student fight. It happens. And I went in and put the kid into a full Nelson headlock, and and dragged him up to the principal and all of that kind of stuff. And then I said to the principal later, I went, I don't think I should have done that. I said, I think that might have been a bit much. And she said, were you protecting the safety of other students? And I'm like, yeah, he was full on going off. He was just going crazy, and I couldn't figure out how to get him back from it all any other way. I said I had to restrain him. And she's like, well, then it's fine. And I went, okay. But I've gotten better now. I don't quite go into full bouncer mode now. I've figured out other ways to restrain the kids if they get into fights.
You know, I just realized how thick Aurora's hair is. It's so wavy and so much dimension.
Yes, thick blonde hair. So we've got the light yellow ochre, and then I'm going to go in. I'd imagine I went in with, let's go walnut. I have no idea what colours I used, like I said, no idea. So I don't want this one underneath to be as bright of a colour. I kind of want it to be more muted in its appearance, I guess. More of a plate look than a shiny look.
Should I use a new pencil?
Yes, Soraya-san, you should definitely be resting on that hand, except for I'm sure you're like everyone else, and we sit there and say, yes, you should rest, just like Shannon should be resting. But we also, it's not in our nature to sit around, I don't think, and do nothing. So we've got to do something, I would imagine. Getting stiff time, but the new massager. Oh, excellent.
Mom.
Yes, darling.
What pencil should I use? The new one or the black widow?
Ones that you know how to use, darling. It's up to you.
I know how to use pencils.
You know how to use pencils. Well, they'll work more like the Polys, and the Black Widows will work more like the Prismas.
Okay.
Got to love the conversations you have with your 12-year-old, hey, about, you know, different types of pencils.
I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, right. Georgia likes to think she knows more than me. You know, like all teenage kids.
I thought you said that the new pencils were like the Prisma color.
Oh, no. These ones are more like Polys. They're oil-based.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm glad it is feeling better, Rhea. It's one of those, it's a hard line. You've got to kind of still be active with it. Otherwise, it will seize up even more, but you don't want to overwork it either. You're chillaxing. I'm glad to hear it, Shannon. Good, you're looking after yourself. Shell, why are you not in bed yet? Oh, my God. Do you know how hard it is to colour without turning the page? Well, you probably all do. A bunch of you would know. I'm like, I just want to turn it. And I want to put my head right over the top and get really close so I can actually see what I'm doing. All right, going in with the Duck Sepia. Which I've lost my cardy for. There it is, Duck Sepia. And just really putting in those depths now, shadows. Shannon's, I don't want to hear someone's go to bed. Yeah, I know. It's going to be hard actually going back to work because I'm usually an early to bed, early to rise kind of person. So I'm usually in bed by, 9, 10 o'clock, up at 4, 5 in the morning. But on holidays, I'm going to bed after midnight, getting up sometime in the morning, going back to sleep, snoozing. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm going to have to get myself out of that habit again.
Maybe you should start doing that now.
Again, child telling me what to do. Yeah, true. It's nearly 10 p.m. Yes, you're right, Della. Although surprisingly, I do most of my colouring at night generally. It's kind of, I think, it's my time. I come home from work normally, and that's how I relax. Good night, Shell. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good sleep. It was lovely to see you pop in. It was beautiful. I appreciate it.
The Black Widow should be in the black pencil case. Look at Storm.
I'll sing a lullaby. Oh, yeah, you can, Ray. You can actually sing. If I sing a lullaby, it'll have. It won't put anyone to sleep. It'll have them waking up with nightmares. All right, I'm going to go in with the ivory and then hopefully start blending all of this in together now. So I'm going over the whole lot with the ivory because I want to tone it down as well. What? How do you get my attention? Yes. What have I done, Rosalind? What have I done? I'm sorry. I was zoned out. George is being slack too. She's not looking. She's colouring. What have I done?
Don't blame me.
Yeah, I'm going to blame everyone except for myself. I got to remember I need to look at chat and I'm slack.
Then you just blame yourself.
Ali has a question. Yes, Ali. What was your question? Sorry, darling. About pencils on the map. Okay. I'm going back up. I'm going up. I'm going up. I'm going up. Ali. Did you just use pencil on the edges? It looks beautiful. Yes, I did, Ali. I will show you what I've done. Same colours as that I'm using here. So the same kind of colours that I've done in this round section is what I've used out here on the edges. So I've just drawn it in and have used the same colours there. I've missed this little bit, sorry. To give that oldish kind of worldish vibe, words. But yeah, I drew in the map and then went around it like that. Yes, and I used only pencil. I've used only pencil on this, except for here where I've got the glass shine is a bit of a acrylic ink. You could use gel pen or something, anything, and smush it out. But other than that, I've only used pencils. Did I answer it all? Did I answer it right? My mod's gonna kick get quit on me because I'm not a good boss to work with. I feel like they're just awesome that they said yes to doing this. I love them for it. It's awesome. Rosalind and Andy. I've just realised I've missed all of the inner bits all along here. So I'm just going in just to add some shadow. These are probably all screaming at me saying, you've missed that bit.
You missed that bit. Look at Storm. No. Oh, listen.
Thank you, Ellie. There's a wonderfully long answer to a short question. Excellent. Thank you. Good. I did good then.
You good?
Is the other side going to be blue as well? Yes. I am. I'm just keeping it. I wanted a real simple kind of monochromatic look, kind of old worldy kind of look. And I wanted to, challenge myself not to use too much of the thing. So what I might do, how long have I been going? An hour. What I might do is I might come up here. So these leaves were done in a similar sense to this vein. The edges were done. I don't know. What would you like me to do? Would you like me to go up into the blue and the map? I don't know. You guys can tell me what you would like me to do. I think he's have kind of got the idea of what I was doing for the coloured thing. So I'm trying to go for that rustic look. But if you want, we'll go up into the map. Seeing the map would be good. Okay, cool. All right. So let's get rid of blues. And I might work from down the bottom just so it's easier for me and I'm not covering the book on you. All right, so the first thing I did is I went in with dark sepia. So dark sepia is the darkest brown that the polys have. And so this is just all lead pencil. And I just kind of outlined what I did in lead pencil. The beauty of this is you don't have to be pretty. It's meant to look tacky and teary and rustic and burnt, torn. All right, so I'll do some of that and then I'll go in and do some of the blue as well. So just going along. And then coming in off that edge, I've just putting a darker layer of the sepia down, just so I have a good indication of where I'm working from. So you can see it all okay. Yes, I love being a lefty, except for when it comes time to doing anything that requires putting something on paper or a board, because I rub my own work all the time. Me writing on the board with a whiteboard marker, absolutely hilarious. That was definitely a skill I had to try and quickly learn how to do. Hence, I use the computer more often and just type it up. So we've got the dark sepia kind of coming in there. So what I did, just so you guys know what I did with the outlining, so I just drew it in. I used, I think it was walnut brown was the colour that I used to just outline the edges of the land and all of the like details that I've drawn in. And then I shaded it a bit on one edge with that walnut brown just to give, you know, some kind of, I don't know, prettiness to the map. So I kind of shaded it in. And then I went in with the raw umber and used that just to add a little bit of edging to some of the land masses and the mountains and things like that, just so it kind of stood out. I used to love creating burnt edges every time we got to do an assignment. Like, the kids miss out these days because they do all of their assignments on computers. They totally miss out. I used to love like getting the paper and then getting the matches or the lighter out, burning the edges, and then tea staining the paper. And so I taught Georgia how to do that a couple of years ago because she was doing like an old letter for one of her assignments or something.
I don't remember how to do that.
And so I showed her how to do the torn edges and the tea stain, so it looked like an old letter. It was the best thing. Yeah. So I'm still in with that dark sepia. Going to go in with, I'm trying to remember what I even went in with now. Let's go with, I think I used Van Dyke mostly. Let's go in with Van Dyke. And same thing, I'm just coming from the edge where I've had the sepia and just bringing it up. So it's very similar to what I was doing here. The same kind of edging style, fading it out. Just spill tea on your colouring. Yeah, totally. If this wasn't in a book, I probably would have tried to tea stain it, see how it worked. I'm going to try that on a PDF, I think. Try and see what it looks like with a tea stain and whether it warps it too much. Be interesting. Hey, Mona. How you going? Thanks for coming in. So when I'm doing like these edges and stuff, I try to work in little circular motions, and then as much as my heavy-handedness can, I try to get lighter as I go towards the edge of the colour that I'm working with. It's good that you can't see my mouth when I'm doing this, because as I try to go lighter and lighter, the tongue hangs out further and further.
That's great information.
All right, so that's that one. Then I would have gone in with some raw umber. Hey, Karen. How's it going? How you doing? So raw umber, same thing, working from back here, going back over it and out a little bit further. I'm just going over anything that I've drawn because it's meant to be part of the map. I like my little fishies. They're cute. I had fun with that and the whale. Oh, thank you, Karen. Yeah, it is a nice one. I like it when it's not one I would have chosen. That's why I like when I do buddy colour. So I'm doing this as a buddy colour with Mary. And I just like choose page because then it makes me think outside the box and actually think about what to do and how to approach it. I love that. What have you planned for the rest of the holidays? So, yeah, so going to the beach, taking the girls down to the beach tomorrow. So the beach we're going to is called Rainbow Beach. It's about an hour or so away from where I live. I actually haven't been swimming there, but apparently it has pretty good waves and it's really nice. And so we're going to go there. And then on Wednesday, Thursday or something next week, I'm going up north, another hour or so up north to another beach where my brother is staying and my sister-in-law and my nieces and nephews, and my dad's coming as well. And we're going to go up and have like a family Christmas in January kind of thing together, because we didn't get together for Christmas, all of us this year. Or last year. So we're going to go. So I'm going back in with the dark sepia. So we're going to do that is my plan. So a couple of days up hanging out at the beach again. Sounds like summer in Australia. Yeah, so it should be fun. Get a bit of a tan and then go back to wearing jeans 99% of the time and lose whatever tan I have on my lily white legs. All right, so now that I've done like the basic outline, I'm really going to go in with the sepia now and be quite heavy-handed. And I'm really going to kind of start jaggering it out and like going over some lines so that it looks kind of a bit torn. And I'm really pushing on the page now, just to get that real dark edge.
Layer.
So it's good. Be as messy as possible. Oh, yes. It is about the rainbow-coloured beach. It does have, I think they've done studies. And how many different coloured sands has it got? Do you remember?
I don't know, but they used to have blue.
Yeah, like it's got an incredible amount of different coloured sands there. And depending on how the light is working and stuff like that, the colour of the beach reflects it. So I'm looking forward to it.
I just Googled it. There's 72 different colours.
72 different colours. Thank you. Em just Googled it. So 72 different coloured sands that are on the beach. There you go. So that's kind of that edge. And then I'm going to go in now with cream. And I'm just going to start bringing it all together and bringing it out. This is good now. I can watch this stream back when I'm trying to remember what colours I did for the rest. When I finish it up. I'll be like, what did I do here? I'm like, oh, I can go back and have a look. Just enough for a pencil. You are right. Oh, my God, that is perfect. 72. Absolutely brilliant. I think they're all probably going to be in very similar tonal ranges. I don't think we're going to have anything too crazy and neon-y, but that would be awesome.
Oh, Rainbow Beaches by.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ellie. No, definitely not. Just pencil. No. But I think a lot of it is coming back over and the layering of the pencils, especially this one when you get into the lighter colours. Once you've got your layers down and going back over and using that lighter colour, and I'll go over it again in a sec with the ivory, just to blend it all in together. So I'm really, now I was pretty heavy with the cream out here on the edges, because I really want that creamy colour out here. But now I'm backing off the pencil as I go in towards the plants. And I'm only putting down the basic just a touch of the cream.
Position.
Shannon been doing the dogs. Yeah, that'd take you so long. They'd be all pushy. Be like, feed me first, feed me first. Or do you have an order that you feed them in that they know? Yeah, the range is cool. It's very earthy tones. That's what I mean. Like, you're not going to have any like bright, neon yellows or neon pinks, but it does. It has the ochres and the reds and the carmines and stuff. It's beautiful. And there is black sand. Yes, the black sand looks really cool. You were colouring your crown, Tonya. Did you have to take it off to colour it? Because you're our princess. All right, so I've got the cream done, and now I'm going to come in with the ivory, and this is going to be my final layer. So again, the ivory is going to help tone down a little bit of the colour, just to give it that more muted effect. And I'm pushing quite hard now on this. So this ivory is pretty close to the actual colour of the paper, which is good. So it kind of just lets it blend into the paper really well. You're just sitting here listening to me, Mary. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is. It is a black. Yeah, it's incredible. You can buy at the souvenir stores the layered sand art jars that you used to make back when we were younger. I think they're popular again. I don't know. They come back into fashion. But those jars of sand that you used to do, you can buy them with the different coloured sands in it, layered. Someone's gone through and actually separated out the colours of the sand. That might be a job Mary'd enjoy. I think I'd enjoy it too, come to think of it. And it's and like you get the different layers there. It's really cool. Okay, so that is basically the map. Then I went in right at the end, just because now I want to up the contrast. So I've gone in with the black, and I'm really just deepening some of the edges underneath that sepia so that it pops off the page. Sorting grains of sand, like sands through an hourglass. These are the days of our lives.
What the? What?
I know you would, Mary. I'm saying, like, I would too. It would actually be fun. And just think of, like, to get all of those different chromatic groups together and trying to filter through the different colours would be awesome. Yeah. I'm going to show who's old here. These are the days of our lives. Georgia just was like, what are you going on about, Mum? And I'm like, it's all right, they'll get it. They will get it. And then I went in right at the end with, I don't have a card out for this one because it was last minute, was Cold Grey 5. And I'm just very lightly doing the outside edge, just so that it just gives, I don't know, it makes it look like it's on something. Technical terms, because I wanted to, basically. Oh yeah, no, I'm not counting the grains of sand. No thanks. No, there's a limit. No. That Yeah, no, I've never actually been there properly. I've like driven to the town and stuff, but I haven't swum at the beach and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it myself. No. Georgia, you got it. No, the people in the chat got my saying about these are the days of our lives. Sands through an hourglass. Yeah. Okay, Kenny.
Help me.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I did for the map. And then we'll get into the blues. So with the blues, I've got 3 different versions. Now, if you guys, and I know most of you have, Colour with Claire's Polychromos family group charts that she did a couple of days ago, that was super helpful when I decided to work with blues, because she's got them grouped into 3 different groups of blues. So guess what I did? I pulled them out into 3 different groups of blues. So she's got the kind of tealy one that's not too turquoise. So this is that group here, and that was light phthalo blue, phthalo blue, middle phthalo blue. So wait up, middle phthalo blue, bluish turquoise, and Prussian blue. So that was one group. Little group on its own, which is what I was using for this stuff here. So all of this was this middle group. So that was sky blue, light ultramarine, and ultramarine. So that was another group of blues. And then the last group of blue she had was a bit of a darker group, which was cobalt blue greenish, helio blue reddish, iandothrine blue, and dark indigo. So that was they're the 3 groups that she did for the blue colorways. So I use them. So as I went through with the different plants and so forth on here, I just picked a different one to pull from. But that's definitely what I was using to help guide me. So she did all the hard work for me. It was excellent, which I did appreciate. Yes, darling. Oh, it's looking fantastic. I'll show you them at the end, what you've gotten nearly done, because I'm only going to be on for probably another half an hour. Yeah, it is a huge help. Thank you. Oh, Rosalind. Woo-hoo, look at you. You are legendary. Okay. So let's go in and do some planties. All right, let's go. So for the grasses, I used I'm looking at it now. What would I have used? I think I used the middle range of blues. So these 3s is what I used for the grasses. So let's keep with that. So that was light ultramarine, sky blue, and ultramarine. Yeah, I haven't swatched them yet, Mary, because I had printers, man. So my printer died. It just kept telling me that it had a paper jam, and I was getting frustrated because I pulled it apart. I sprayed alcohol on it, and I'm like, I can't see where this paper jam is. So I'm like, I was getting just a tad cranky. I would imagine is the word for it. And I'm just going to bring in that sky blue on the rest of this too. Who's ringing me? Oh, Beaufort, Victoria. Nope, not for me. So yeah, so my printer kept saying paper jam, and I'm like getting frustrated because I'm trying to print out Hannah Lynn's new book so I can do that. And I'm like, oh, just print. And it wasn't printing, and I was getting more and more frustrated. And so I'm going in now with the light ultramarine. So I'm like, so I took it into, I was ringing around, and one place wouldn't even look at my printer because it was a brother, and apparently, I don't know, they crapped on about something, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I found another place, $44 to have a look. So I dropped it in, and I'm like, okay, please let them be able to clean it. And rang me a couple of days later, and they're like, no, we just can't get it. We've cleaned it. We can't see any paper scraps in it. We have no idea why it keeps saying this. Yeah, I didn't throw it out the front door, Shannon. Believe me, I was tempted. But, it wasn't one of those cheap ones that you get, the $30 ones. It was, a few $100 printer. I got it when we went into lockdown, and I was teaching from home because I didn't have the school printer there, and the kids would have had to print out. But anyway, so I'm like, oh, frustration, getting super and super more frustrated with the printer. And so he rings me, and, I could buy another printer there, and they'd take $44 off. And I'm like, man. And I could not find the receipt. I found the booklet and stuff, but do you think I could find the receipt? And I'm like, nah. And I went, wait up, I'm going to look. I'm sure I would have paid for it on card, as on FPOS. So I looked at my bank history, and I found the transactions for Officeworks, which is our office supply store here. And I found that, the amount and the date that would have had to have been that I got it. So I rang Officeworks, and the bloke there was absolutely brilliant. We went through and we're trying to find it, find the date that we did it, the amount that he could search it up with the printer. And we were struggling to find it. And then he found it, and I'd used a gift card. So it knocked off the amount. So the amount that I actually paid was more than what my card statement said. But he found it and emailed me the receipt. And so he emailed me the receipt. So I got in the car and drove, because Officeworks is in the town next to me. So it's about half an hour away. Drove down to there and got it replaced fully under warranty. So that was awesome. And I keep telling myself, all right, yes, the $40 that I spent on trying to get it cleaned, that's what I would have paid for in cartridges for the printer anyway. So I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty happy. Okay, so I'm going back in with the ultramarine now, just darkening up the base. So I have a new printer in the car. I just haven't set it up because yesterday we had no power all day, because I forgot that the power company had told me that they were cutting our power for the whole day. So I was like, oops. And now I'm going to go in with, I would imagine it'd be, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Indanthrene Blue. And darkening up this base edge even more. So it worked out pretty good that I've got it. So now I've just got to set up. That's my job today, is to set up the printer. I've got to go out to my dad's because he's got some recliners that he wants to get rid of. And now that I've got the ute, or the pickup truck as you guys would call it, I'm just like, I'm going to go out and pick them up. And do that. And now I'm going to go in with indigo just to start putting in some shadow lines. So yes, I'm going to go out and pick those up in the ute, the Savi, and set up the lounge room, because I had the printer downstairs in the downstairs room, but I think because we rarely go down there and stuff, and it's not, I don't clean that to the extent that I clean where we live upstairs. I'm like, no, we're going to put it upstairs so that we can make sure we keep it dust free this time, and put it under a cloth so it doesn't get dust in it.
And also because it's less effort.
And because, and the girls are like, because it's less effort, because they don't have to walk all the way downstairs, because life's hard. Tell me stories. Again, yes, it was a long answer to a simple question. I know. You can imagine how my students feel then, hey? So I'm just going back over it with that sky blue now. All right. But yeah, so if you haven't gone and got Claire's color groups, you really should. It's really awesome. Okay, so there's one. Let's do another color group. So let's go for this one. Alrighty. So we're going to use light phthalo blue, middle phthalo, phthalo, bluish turquoise, and Prussian blue. Where did I put you? Prussian blue. Prussian blue. There we go. So we'll go for that one. Okay. What did I miss, Mona? What did you do? I missed something. No, I can't miss it. I don't know. It's all good. All right. Okay, so let's get in with this group now and see what we can do with it. Okay, so I think with this group I did all of these leaves and stuff. So let's do that. So I'm going in with the light phthalo first. Oh, Angie's on it too. Woohoo! And the link, yeah, where she explains it. It's really good watching her explain how she grouped them together, and why she grouped them together. That was really good. And she's got one for the prismas as well. And I think I think she intends to eventually do more for other pencil groups as well, depending on what people ask for. So that should be pretty cool. Okay, so let's go in with middle phthalo. But yeah, so I didn't think too hard for these leaves. She did all it for me. It was great. Beautiful colours. Oh, cross. It's beautiful. I'm blue, dabba ba da. All right, I'm going to miss cobalt, phthalo blue. I'm going to miss that out because I've just got small leaves. I'm going to go into bluish turquoise. Oh, there we go. Woo, Shell's gone to bed. All right. It's not too bad. They're doing much better today than they were the other day in the heat. Definitely not as delicate as they were the other day. It is the first time I've broken a tip today. It's pretty good. All right, and then lastly in with Prussian. Yeah, autocorrect sometimes can get into a lot of trouble. I like reading those stories on Facebook and stuff of, you know, those autocorrect text messages and stuff, especially like ones to mum and whatever. And you're like, oh, I'm lucky my mum's got a good sense of humour, but some of them I wouldn't have want sent. All right, so I've gone in with white now, and just blending out. No worries, Georgia. It's all right. Everyone on Stream's probably got that song stuck in their head too.
Banana.
All right, so that's that one. And let's go in and do the last one. Last group. And we might do these leaves here, I think. So the last group was cobalt, paleo blue, reddish, cobalt blue, greenish, paleo blue, reddish, and indigo and aranthidine blue, I think, were the ones in this one. No. Oh, the blue song. I'm blue, abadi baba daba. I can't sing, so I'll butcher anything. Okay, so I'm going to go down with cobalt blue, and I'm going to colour most of it except for just that tip area. I sing like an angel. Yeah, an angel dying. Definitely a fallen angel. When I used to do theatre productions, musical theatre in my earlier days, I'm quite dramatic, so they'd give me a pretty good part, and then they would have to work out how to get the choir to sing my supposed solos, because no one wanted to hear me sing on its own. It's not a pretty thing. All right, let's go cobalt blue, greenish. That one. Helio blue, reddish. Yes. Angel is not a word that is used to describe me very often. I don't really come across as that saintly kind of not. Well, no, I'm a nice person, but I'm not. I don't come across as angelic. No. That would require being delicate and cute. That's certainly not me. All right, suck up some more there. Were you lip syncing? Oh, no. They didn't make me lip sync. They would just work it out so that the songs were sung by the choir. They weren't that bad. It was just more that the choir would come in to drown out me singing, so that, you know, I'd still sing, but it just wasn't by myself and my lovely voice. All right, now going in with dark indigo. But yeah, at schools and stuff now, at school, they tend to use me if they need something projected. I am the human foghorn. So it's my voice that can get across an oval or a hall. So if they want the students' attentions, that would be my job.
Nice.
All right, going in now with the white. And I'm going to drag up the colour. So you can see I'm coming in and I'm dragging from the dark up to that tip. so that it's bringing up the blue into where I left it uncoloured with the pigment, but it's not, I guess, it's not a very saturated colouring of it, but it's not leaving it white. So I'm basically dragging the pigment to where I want it on the page. So that's that one. All right, so I'm going to go in and do the one underneath it the same way. So going back in with cobalt blue, just leaving that edge. You're hoping for a pay increase? Yep. Sure. We'll just go into enterprise bargaining with that. I hope you're a member of the union, because if you're not with the union, I don't have to listen to ya. Is there a moderators union out there? Thank you, Rosalind. Going in with the cobalt blue greenish, same process as before. Just bringing it out. Helio blue. That one, a thin, whatever, however you pronounce it. That blue. Is there a mods union? Well, considering I'm a union rep, I'd probably, maybe we should start that, hey? All right, and then last one is dark indigo. Okay, and then let's get the white and drag it on out. Okay, with the little grasses, I didn't work too hard. I went in with indigo. So I kind of figured they're like, you know, silhouetted. So it's mostly indigo. And if there's a longer one, I left a tip there, and I'll come back in and colour that tip with a bit of a lighter blue. But I'm not looking for any pure lightness with these little grasses. Hey, Christy, your laugh sounds like my friend. I love it. Oh, awesome. I'm glad, Raya. That's really good. Yeah, Angie. Yeah, I'm glad you did too. It is a nice page. There's pages that I'm, you know, as we all are, like there's some that we do and you're like, yeah, I'll yep. And there's others that you sit there and go, actually that worked. I'm pretty proud of that. And I like the idea that I come up for this. But have a shown you's enough. I see 21 and 21, 100%. What? Oh, yeah, awesome. Oh, for thumbs up. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Oh, you guys are so lovely. Oh, Mary, you're beautiful. I love you all so much. I don't think he's actually understand how much you've changed my life. I don't think I could ever actually get that across with, you know, true sincerity that doesn't have me crying in a blubbering heap. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Helio Blue Reddish. I'm just picking a lighter blue, but not too much lighter. I don't want lightness on my grass. But So just in, like, you'll see that there's a shadow line of blue at the back of the compass. That was just done with that 3. So all of these blues and the shadow line, like anywhere where it's, you know, extra blue, was just done with those 3, that 3 pair of blues with the sky blue, light ultramarine, and ultramarine. So even the shadow line back here, that was all done with that as well. It was a nice trio combo, and I went, well, I may as well just stick. And I think it's got the most true blue kind of look to it. Like this one's got a little bit of a purple undertone to it, and the other one's got a little bit more of a greenish undertone to it. Not significantly, but I think that little trio is definitely like a true blue. True blue, Aussie. True blue. Oh, Shannon and Tonya don't pay you, Mary? That's a bit rude, hey? That's a bit rude. All right. So let's go. I don't know. What do we want to do? I'm kind of like, we'll just keep going this way. These ones can be, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to go back with this original 3. Wait, what's True Blue? Oh, no. I'm just me, Ali. I'm True Blue. True Blue Aussie. True Blue, mate. True Blue. But no, the trio of the sky blue, the ultramarine blue, light ultramarine, and the ultramarine, I think are like the truest like trio blue in the polys. Oh, I missed that grass. Oh, I'll come back to that.
Stormy's cute.
Hey, can you sing? Oh God, no one wants that. I can't even remember the lyrics. True blue, is it me or you?
Who suggested that? That was
Is it mom and dad? Or is it a cockatoo? True blue. There you go. Sorry. Glad Shell's gone to sleep because that would have blasted her. Yeah, Ali, they're a beautiful combo. Really nice. Oh, I got slack not having them out. See? Let's put them out. See, if I'd been smart, look, what am I doing? Sky blue. Oh, remembering these card things is hard. Okay.
Which is beautiful. Lovely. Which Disney princess was
Yeah. Hey, Angie, that was a great rendition of that song. I don't know what you're talking about. I can be John Williamson. He was actually the first person I ever went and saw in concert. I think I was like 10, 11. And it was so cool because I'm from a little country town. I grew up in the bush. And he sings, obviously, bush country. So he actually came to our country town. And we got to go see him. I felt so fancy.
You actually listened to a country song?
Yeah. I'm kind of hard. No, I don't listen to country now, but I did then. I was so cool. And I got his autograph in my autograph book. And
do you have that autograph?
No, I don't have the autograph book anymore. He was my first autograph. The bush. Oh, sorry, Mary. The bush is our term. I think you guys call it the outback. I don't know. We don't call it outback. The outback. We call it the bush. Just dry, dusty deadness and brownness where the cows roam and eat dead grass. Where our properties, our cattle stations are bigger than, countries. We've got one cattle station in Queensland that is bigger than the UK. Oh, you're going down a different... Mary. Yeah, that kind of bush. Yeah. We've got to go trim the bush. It's getting a bit wild out there. All right, going back just in with that indigo just to do this grass that I missed. And I'm just going to use that indigo just to do a bit of shadow work. There we go. Let's make these little things. Technical term for that. We'll go in with light phthalo blue. Grass heads, seedy things. Need to get the chat. Oh, don't get me started about Fanny. Oh my God, Fanny packs. Every time you say that. Yes, no. Yeah. Just let's put it this way. You guys, where you place the Fanny in the US, ours is the other side. Oh, I just bumped the mic. Sorry for anyone there. So we wear our fanny packs on the front. All right. Okay, so I better do these little grassy things up here the same, haven't I? Little dandelion things. So I'll do them with this light phthalo blue too. She's on it. Yeah, Fanny is what I think the bush sits on top of it. You have got it, Tonya. Yeah, that's right. Need a whole lot of hedge trimmers to get through the bush here in Australia. It'll blunten your trimmers pretty quick. All right, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of Prussian blue. Tammy, I'm out of frame. Sorry. There you go. Look at that. I'm back. So I'm going in with Prussian blue. Just going to add some shadowing to my dandelions. I don't think it's going to add too much over here with those grass heads. So I'm still, no, I put it up. I did. I pushed it up, didn't I? I can see me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get focused. I'm so sorry. I really need Georgia in here instead of having her head down colouring. How rude. She needs to be reading the chat, telling me when there's capitals. She's my Slack real life mod. Okay.
Excuse
I think I'm going to continue with that.
For once, I am actually colouring, which is
true. I'm going to continue with that light phthalo blue over here onto this curly thing, palm frond curl thing. Good explanations that I have. What is the time? Nearly time to go. Georgia, you're behind. You're ready to punch through the screen and move it yourself. I'm sorry. So sorry. I'm not good at this. I'm just learning. I'm sorry. So sorry.
You seem to be learning it.
All right, so there's that one. And let's go in with the Prussian blue again. So the same colours that I was using over here. And we'll do this prongy thing. Thanks, Mary. It was so nice. Right, and go back in with that light phthalo and just blend these two together. There's not that much room for anything fancy. There we go. I'll forgive you this time. I'm trying to get my heart rate back down at the moment. You guys are awesome.
This is definitely one of the nicest. There's capitals.
What's capitals?
The
Capitals? Oh, this is definitely one of the nicest versions I've seen of it. Oh, thanks, Ali. Thank you. I was trying to think of that something. Just, yeah, something that little bit different. Because it's a page that's been around for quite a while. So I knew that, there were lots of versions out there. I'm just going in and doing that grass.
You know what would be cool?
I can't even remember what colours it. We'll just go with this one. Cobalt blue.
You know what would be cool?
What would be cool?
So you know how you have a PDF of things?
Yeah. Oh, not of this I don't have a PDF of.
Oh, that's sad. Because you could do like a blue one, a pink one.
You could do a blue one, a pink one, or anything like that. There you go, Mary. Do a pink version for Tonya. Georgia was like, you could have like different versions of it. I'm like, you could. I have no idea what even colours I'm putting up here now. Cobalt blue, Arendithan thingy blue, and cobalt blue. That's it. Oh, there, we go. Yeah, Angie, I'm feeling you. At least I've done the dragon. I had to get that dragon out of the way. I was dreaming of that dragon. It just was. I'm like, no, the dragon had to be done and put away in its cave again. And, my compass is under the water. Oh, nice. That sounds fantastic, Mary. I love that. That sounds awesome. You're working on it tomorrow. Awesome. I'm not going to get this finished until tomorrow, Mary. So you got plenty of time. Like I said, I got to go out to my dad's after this. I was waiting for it to clear up a little bit because it was raining this morning. But the sun's come out, cleared up a little bit, so I can go out and get those chairs and stuff. I need to go to the Wreckers and get some parts to replace. I don't dream anymore. Oh, no, I dream too much. All right. Okay. So I'm going to, I think I've done enough of the little bits to show you kind of what I was doing with that. Make sure you get that chart from Colour with Claire. That makes all of the difference. It honestly makes it so much easier. And Georgia wants me to show you what she's gotten up to. She's finished with her Aurora. This is how much she's gotten done so far. So she's still working there. So there you go. Thank you all for coming in and joining me. It was so lovely to have you all here. I do appreciate it so much. You guys you've made my day, and now I go out and I'm going to get dirty by fixing a car and doing stuff. So sounds good. Inside jobs, outside jobs next. And yeah, so I'll work out how I'm going to set it up for the girls because they really want to come on and get to know you ladies as well. I love that my girls like my world too. They like to be part of it. It makes me feel good. So thank you very, very much, everyone. And I'll be in and out over the next few days because I'll be at the beach. Soz, not sorry. And remember, I will see you soon. All right. Bye.